Yeah! Music, you better watch your back, cause at SummerSlam, I'm gonna slam you into the mat. I'm gonna give you my patented execution end of the match move, the not good. Bam, bam, bam. I'm gonna throw you down into the mat, and I'm gonna pin you down for the 3 count. You're not even gonna know what hit you when Fantano's running wild in the ring. You're going down, music. You're going down. All right.
Cool.
It's time for another episode of Let's Argue, where I go on the internet, I accept your hot takes, your unpopular opinions, your tough questions. I respond to the best ones. Let's do it! You should stop trying to perform political analysis through the medium of music. If you want to perform political analysis through something other than art. Are you talking about me personally, or people who are making music that is political? Either way, I don't know if like a lot of the artists who make politically charged or socially aware music out there are actually like doing what even they would call like analysis. Like a Kendrick Lamar album is not, a 3-hour political podcast or historical retrospective or, roundtable on the benefits of, paid maternity leave. I think many artists would probably categorize the things they're saying in their songs more as like, statements of their beliefs and their perspectives through their own lived experiences. There are rare instances like a Prison Song from System of a Down, for example, where they're actually like throwing down statistics in the track. I suppose that in a way does border on some form of analysis, but even that track to me reads more as a statement than like, actual hardcore political analysis. And maybe my standard for that personally is higher because in college I studied political science and read lots of political books and papers and essays and studies. And even through all that experience and all of that education, the idea of an artist stepping up and saying something they wholeheartedly believe in on a song, doesn't feel like, oh man, look
at the artist who doesn't know anything about politics trying to say a political thing in their song. Why don't they just write a 300-page book?
Because while lots of significant things can be said between the covers of such a book, a song often has the ability to capture the hearts and minds of many more people very quickly, which is why artists are putting their hearts on their sleeves for their art in the first place. They are celebrating their joy. They are expressing their pain. Why should they limit their joy and their pain to topics that aren't politics? If they are having feelings, which again, the point of their art is to express feelings. If they're having feelings about political and social issues, why can't they express those feels? The Black Eyed Peas got way too much hate for their music. Yes, the group was very corporate from the beginning, but they never tried to act like they weren't. Their music and brand was all about promoting people to have fun and let loose for a little. And in that regards, they were no different than someone like Carly Rae Jepsen. No different than Raleigh J. Kepson. I don't think Carly Rae Jepsen writes dumb, ignorant party songs for the club. I don't know if you can really say that there's no difference between the two. The Black Eyed Peas, for their time, a time that I was very much alive during, mind you, they just wrote gross, tacky shit that was very much based on trends and aesthetics of the time and of the era, and it's all aged badly. It's all aged very badly. It's all very ugly and hideous and awful at this point in terms of like, how it sounds out of context of the 2000s. Acting corporate, not acting like they're corporate. Who cares? Some band can be the widest, biggest selling major label band of all time and pretending to, not be corporate, all they like. If the music is good, the music is good. And frankly, I don't care if the Black Eyed Peas were like the most underground, independent outfit of all time and they were like, totally DIY in every way that they could be. Like, if they were still releasing the music that they did, I would call it trash. Spelling is going to be up there with the queens of art pop such as Kate Bush and Björk. Damn, I hope so. I mean, the whimsy of the new stuff is so good. The whimsy, the magic, the beauty, it's so mystical, it's so magical. I hate the boys' school. I can't even argue with this. It's just a want and a desire that I also share. Moms have better taste than dads when it comes to music. I mean, true. Although my basis for, making that claim is very much just anecdotal, as when I grew up, my dad had no passion for music whatsoever and couldn't, as, he admitted to me, he couldn't tell a Beatles song from a Stones song. Meanwhile, my mom could and actually did, like a lot of different music and was fairly open-minded when it came to whatever music I was listening to when I was a kid. So W for moms. W for moms, because my experience is the experience everyone else has had, and yeah. Welcome back, King. Industry plant is something that extremely online people say because they're realizing they're starting to get out of touch with popular music. Personally, I don't agree. I think industry plant and the way the term is typically applied, or at least how it was applied when it was most popularly used, and there were tons of industry plant claim videos all over YouTube. It seemed to mostly be a product of this aspiration and this desire that every artist that you're into and that you find out about in the internet age, you found out about them totally organically. It wasn't because a label signed them before you found out about them. It's not because a label put them where you ended up discovering them. No, it's because you completely sleuthed it out totally on your own, which is kind of like a bullshit hope and aspiration to begin with. Because even if an artist does happen to be independent when you discover them, they're still arriving to you by means of something else anyway, be it a label or an internet algorithm or a booking agent or something. So the idea of a completely independent discovery 99% of the time is a complete myth anyway. Because if a label signs an artist and presumably hands them a deal that they see beneficial to them, and they're actually pushing their stuff, they're planting it around for people to find, and you actually like that stuff, that's just a W for good music. That's just a W for music that you like. You should want the music industry to support music that you think is good. You should hope for the artists that you care about, or the artists pushing the types of sounds that you're into, to be supported and be signed and be given the chance to do what they're doing professionally, so that you end up getting more of that thing. You don't want the artists that you care about and the sounds that you care about to be completely boxed out by the industry. That's most likely just going to ensure its death down the road, and what's the point of that? Top 3 reasons Dave Matthews Band is great. Top 3. There's no reasons here. Am I supposed to come up with the reasons? Okay, number 3 reason Dave Matthews Band is so great. Reason number 2, in the live setting, they do be jamming. Those guys are jamming, man. They're jamming guys. Dave Matthews Band, they know how to lay down some licks. They're rocking with those solos. They're rocking with those improvs. And the number 1 reason Dave Matthews Band is great is, on August 8th, 2004, a tour bus belonging to the Dave Matthews Band dumped an estimated 800 pounds of human waste from the bus's Blackwater tank through the Kinsey Street Bridge in Chicago onto a passenger sightseeing boat sailing in the Chicago River below. As part of a 2005 legal settlement, the band agreed to pay $200,000 to environmental protection and other projects, equivalent to $300,000 in 2022. The band also donated $100,000 to 2 groups that protect the river and the surrounding area, equivalent to $150,000 in 2022. The band's bus driver, Stefan Wohl, pleaded guilty to dumping the waste in April 2005. And those are the top 3 reasons Dave Matthews Band rocks. All right, and that's going to be it for this episode of Let's Argue. You're the best. Love you. Over here next to my head is another video you can check out. Hit that up, or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Dave Matthews Band, Let's Argue forever.